The number one key for the Minnesota Fighting Vikings to get Danielle, the real deal Hunter, back on the field in purple is defensive line coach / assistant head coach / co-regional defense coordinator Andre Patterson. Absolutely no cap. And Dre talked to the media jackals today. Gessling, go. Quote, Vikings assistant head coach Andre Patterson on his communication with Danielle Hunter. I will keep that between me and D, and that's all I'm going to say about that, end quote. Now, immediately people jumped on, oh, that's all he's going to say about that. There's trouble a brewing. I don't see it like that. I think that he is a wise old teacher / professor. Patterson does have the trust of the players. And, you know, if Andre had a conversation with Danielle and then he talked to the media and just started blabbing, flapping his gums like, yeah, we talked and he says that he's pissed and he wants more money and he regrets his contract and he's mad because of how they handled this week and blah, 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 blah. Do you think Danielle is ever going to trust him again? Like, do you think Andre is ever going to be a confidant for any of these players? No. Absolutely not. So no, he's not going to be putting Danielle's business out on Front Street. He's not going to do that. But I'm glad that communication is happening because that's the only way that this thing is going to get resolved. If everyone is just in their trenches, Cold War, no man's land, it ain't going to happen. And Zimmer in pressers has dodged questions about if he's talked to Danielle or if he's not, or he just refers to, Andre talked to him. Blah, blah, blah. How wild is that, by the way? You're a head coach, and one of your best players, if not your best player, on your side of the ball is potentially not happy, and you're just like, you know what? I've never had a bad defense except for last year when 99 wasn't here and we had the 5th worst pass rush in the NFL. Yeah, all that. Silencio, nothing. It's inexcusable, man. It is. So thank God for Andre Patterson because I think he's the only way that this is going to end amicably or anything close for it to being amicable. I don't think that the Vikings buckle in a significant way. I really don't at this stage. 3 years remaining on the deal is a lot, plus after the injury, so whatever. So Spielman and the agent, Brzezinski, nothing getting done there, or nothing significant. Maybe there is a freshening up, maybe there's some more guarantees thrown in, but I don't see a tearing up of the deal and then giving him a new one. And there's an unwritten rule about players that do not talk about other guys' money, where both in private as well as for damn sure in public and to the media, because it's none ya business. And if you point the finger at someone else, you got 4 pointed back at you, because what happens when it's your turn, when you have a problem with your contract and everyone starts pile driving on you? It doesn't make sense. So even though Kendricks and Barr and Hunter are all tight, if it's strictly business, maybe a non-starter there. But Patterson is in a unique spot because he's Hunter's position coach. He's a mentor, confidant that he can trust, and he has hierarchical clout. He's the co-regional defense coordinator as well as assistant head coach. And he's in the unique spot where he can be real with 99. He can be like, hey, Danielle, we need you. This defense has a chance to be one of the best in the league. We have a chance at a very special season. We have a chance to win a Super Bowl. You are the key to this pass rush. You could rack up 100 pressures and 18 sacks in the 17-game season on this defense, and we need your leadership with all the young edge guys coming in too. Sorry about how the tweak and how it was handled, and sorry that you signed a straight-up booty contract a couple years ago, but there's nothing that can be done. You only control the arrow still in your quiver. So get here and let's work this thing out, man. And if you show up and you perform on the field, everything will take care of itself. I promise you that. I think that's the only way that 99 is back on the field in purple anytime soon. I think it will have to take an appeal from a guy like Andre Patterson. He's going to be the key. So hopefully that's what's going on behind the scenes as mandatory minicamp approaches next week, because I think Danielle's probably a dog to show up. I think maybe 20% he shows up, and maybe that's being generous. And if he doesn't, if he skips mandatory minicamp, that means that the holdout is officially on, and it is a long 6 weeks until training camp. So, fantastic. But Andre, he's the key, man. He is. Your thoughts. Andre Patterson, the key to Danielle Hunter. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work, post on the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.